In this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes on how I make some of my short form videos, and I picked a few of kind of the worst scams over the past couple of weeks, and I'm going to tell you what led up to them. I'll show you the video again as a refresher, and I'll actually tell you what ended up happening, because I know a lot of you guys probably wonder, well, what happened after the videos? Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes they get removed from platforms, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get refunds, sometimes they don't. I'm going to walk you through the best few from the past couple weeks. All right, so this one was very interesting. This guy hit me up very frantically, and he's like, dude, I got a $13,000 card on Whatnot. I got ripped off, man. I got ripped off. I'm so pissed off. And, you know, I don't blame him. Would I buy a $13,000 card on Whatnot? No, I most certainly wouldn't. At least eBay's got a backstop. When it gets over 10 grand, that's a plane ticket for me. I don't know about you guys, but you could probably hop on a plane for like $500 round trip into most places in the US pretty cheaply. That's how I do that type of deal. But whatever, he did it. And the reason I took this one is he had a lot of evidence. So he had footage from the seller, which is pretty wild. It's something I noticed, and you guys need to watch out for, of him packing it up. He had footage of him opening it up. Now, it's hard to say, you know, it's like, when did they film it? Why did they film it? Whatever. But what I found interesting, you'll see it in the video, is that the seller actually filmed 2 videos. So just go ahead and watch it. We have a $13,000 problem, and you are going to help me decide what to do. The seller sells this Patrick Mahomes PSA 10. Here's the video of the seller packing it. He very oddly places the card at the bottom of the box outside the bubble wrap. Now here is the box opening. Nothing inside. The bigger issue is if you zoom in on the tape, it appears that it was cut open and then taped over. The other major issue I have that doesn't help the seller here is that he filmed 2 different videos if you look at the timestamps. Now this could be a shipping issue, but I'm not loving the placement of the card by the seller, and Whatnot is of course denying a refund. Should Whatnot step in and make this right? Is the seller responsible for this? Is it the shipping company? Should they meet halfway? Let me know what you guys think. All right, so pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments here in terms of who was right, who was wrong. I do have an answer to what happened here. He did get refunded by Whatnot, which I thought was interesting. And then I thought to myself, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything here. It's like, well, damn. All right, Buddy A sells card. Buddy A films the packing of the card and ships it. Buddy B, you know, takes a video, he's not receiving the card, and they tell Whatnot they get a refund, and they can kind of game the system that way. But I don't think that's what happened. He was really stressed out. Usually when somebody's that stressed out, it's legit. So I do believe that it wasn't in there. Now, whether the shipping company retaped it or not, we don't know. So I'm not accusing anyone here. I just thought it was weird. The placement of that was bizarre. I thought the packing in an Amazon box was bizarre. PSA won't even accept those. So if you guys are recycling and trying to reseal something that's already looked open, I've had PSA reject stuff like that many times. But don't send anything to PSA in May. Okay, don't send it in May. But when I sent it, they're like, nope, it's no good. It's been resealed. So they would have kicked this type of thing. So I don't know, guys. If it's over 5 figures, fly there. Or, you know, you got friends probably around the country. I got a buddy in California I trust in my life. I have him do deals for me in California. I trust him. Do something like that. Don't go buying $13,000 cards on Whatnot, okay? That's the lesson for this one. All right, issue number 2. This is what I call lying, and this is rampant on Whatnot. They just lie about comps, and Whatnot actually made a policy where you're not supposed to misrepresent cards anymore. And this person did this guy is such a knucklehead. He was such a knucklehead that I felt like I had to do a video. This one went pretty viral on Instagram, just because like he lied. You know, he's about to say this particular base card can be exchanged for a blue, which is true. And he's trying to say that this blue can be bought for multiple hundreds of dollars, which has never been true. I don't care when this video was filmed. It was not. And I know when this was filmed, by the way, it was almost a 1-to-1 ratio. So he's full of crap. He's got a ton of noobs in this room that, you know, they're just new to Whatnot and new to cards. Oh yeah, cool, that makes sense. So they're just dropping $150 on this $40 card every 7. He did like 30 of these. You could start to do the math on how much these. I mean, honestly, guys, if you're in your 20s and you want to make a quick $1 million, just do this We got a new sudden death idiot lying about comps.
I don't even care. You have 7. You can redeem these for the blues. Go get it live. Yeah, the blues are multi-hundreds. You literally just send us the tops. You can get the blue for it. It's insane. That's what we do. 7 seconds only in 3, 2, 1. Go get it live down below.
Did you notice how somebody commented the actual comp in the chat? Well,
Drop a W if you want to keep going tonight. Drop a W if you want to keep going tonight. 7 seconds. Go.
cleared that comment right out of there.
Send these to tops. Get the blue. Go get it. Guys, do you believe me now that I have the biggest collection in the world?
Whatnot is in such a pathetic state right now that I bet half this room does believe that.
I only have a few more. How many have we ran in a row?
This is a glitch.
Is this a glitch?
It's pre-recorded.
Yeah, this is fake.
They seem very comfortable talking about this. Do they talk about scamming at lunch? I'm curious.
Because if you turn $5 to $10,
The next 10 seconds are going to blow your mind.
and then you have $10 turn that to $20, and you do that daily, well, over the course of a month, you're gonna have what, $1 million?
So there you go. He's got some really good advice there. I think what he was trying to say is the old chessboard analogy. I think it was a debate. It's almost like a Chinese proverb. You have a grain of sand on the first part of the checkerboard that makes up a chessboard. And then you go to 2 grains of sand. Then you go to 4. And then you go to 8 grains of sand. And by the end of that checkerboard, because of the power of exponents, the sand is now bigger than the earth. And I think the guy was trying to get like a castle or something the size. I don't know, whatever. I think he was trying to say that, not $10 a day for 30 days equals $1 million. That's some bad advice. Don't follow this guy for any financial advice. Don't listen to anything that comes out of his mouth. But if you want to get rich quick, this is kind of a sad way to do it. I don't think I could like feel good about it. I mean, I was in affiliate marketing, which is, you know, it's been a dirty space before. I didn't do dirty things. I didn't do the black hat stuff, but you know, this stuff it's a little dirty and scummy to me. I wouldn't want to like sit there on my rocking chair when I'm like 90 with a whiskey, watching the sunset going like, yeah, man, I really made it. You want to know how I made it, son or grandson? I got cards and I was ripping people off every 7 to 8 seconds and getting like triple the value. God bless America. I mean, you can go ahead and do it, but I just wouldn't be proud of myself. So, all right, on to the next one. This one is sad. This has been a scam since the dawn of eBay. All right, we've got somebody just ships something of equal weight. So the package gets shipped. It shows as received. The weight matches up. The labels match. And so it's very difficult to fight the claim. And so what's really gross about actually, just watch this one and see if you notice what's really gross about it. Some all-time stuff right here. These guys shipped him a rock instead of cards. All right, so I didn't notice when I first filmed this, but that is a memorial rock for a pet. That's nasty. Okay, that's nasty. That's just like bad juju. Like that really creeps me out. I didn't like Pet Sematary is one of the first long, I love Stephen King. I'm a New Englander. And I remember reading that when I was like 7 or 8. And that was a pretty dark book. This brings me back to that. Like, don't be shipping this stuff. But here's the scary thing. So, well, actually, the first one, I forgot to tell you, the first video of that guy lying about the blue refractor, nothing happened to him because he's a big seller. This guy, right now, he blocked me and nothing has happened to him. So Whatnot has not stepped in. They have not made this right. They have not refunded. So we are 1 for 3 in terms of justice so far. All right, this one's just funny. I don't support this. I post these and sometimes I feel like I need to say hashtag joke or hashtag discussion or hashtag fraud or hashtag push out the window and splatter, because sometimes I will just end people. But this one I just thought was funny. This just felt very ASMR-ish to me, and I was like, wow, this dude's like, he's got a dog in bubble wrap. That's interesting. I mean, maybe the dog needs some extra comfort. He's got a sensitive stomach, and he's just cranking out cans of dog food, man. God bless live selling. I hope the dog's doing great. I love dogs. He had some hate for me, like in the next show after. He should be thanking me because this isn't fraud or a scam or anything. It's kind of a joke, and I brought some eyeballs to his channel, so nothing's happened here except for somebody that got really mad at me.
We're not sharing the show for this. However, Nando did share the show. We appreciate that. Pickle Rick could be one of Nando's friends coming in here to blast and feed the dog. It's just one can, $10. It's for sensitive stomachs. Yep. That's right. That's why the can's $10, because it's for dogs with sensitive stomachs. 97 cans left. And again, I know it says 0 purchases. That's because it resets every show start. We're 7 minutes into the show waiting for some whale to bless the dog with a can of food. Now look at the subtext and watch her eat it too. You do get the enjoyment of watching the dog eat the food. So if you don't have a dog but you've always wanted one, this is another great option for those sort of people there. Still running it, guys. Just waiting for a big whale to come in here, some sort of a goat, some sort of a whale to fire off on the $10 can of dog food.
All right, this one is the worst scam so far, and I'll tell you what he did. But basically, like, this guy sold a bunch of cards. They didn't go for the price that he wanted, and I started them at $1, so he canceled the sale. Usually that ends it, right? I do a video, and he cancels the sale. I blast his Whatnot handle, and Whatnot takes him out. This one went a step further. This guy, you'll see in the video in a second, he takes to his Instagram and he reposts these cards after the fact. He says, "I got a killer show coming up for like starts at $1," and the card's in there. Whatnot didn't do anything. He literally he changed his name, changed his profile, blocked me, and said, "What do I have to do to get this taken down?" I'm like, "Nothing, buddy. I can't be bought." This is staying up. Now, occasionally, I will reason with somebody if they make it right. I will not do a video, or if they make it right and both sides ask for me to take it down, I'll take it down, like the buyer and the seller. But check this out. I gave this guy 24 hours and time is up. Guy hits his card for way too low a price, cancels the sale, blocks him. But what makes this one particularly bad is that he does a post on his Instagram later on saying he's going to run these cards at $1, and look, the card's in there. So this one was a fail by Whatnot. Whatnot did not take this guy down. He is still operating. I'll try to remember to overlay his new handle above, but whatever. All right, this is this next one. It just, I don't know. This guy was like feisty. Sometimes when I talk to people or try to reason with them, they get all like cute in the comments and stuff like that. This guy threatened to sue me, which I thought was kind of funny. So check it out, guys. We got a feisty one. This guy gets raided, starts a card at $1, sells for a price he doesn't like on a raid, and he doesn't want to honor the deal, so he cancels it. There's some back and forth, but he's sticking to it, man. Even threatened to sue me. So yeah, he's actually doubling down and enjoying the publicity. Check out what he changed his profile to. But actually, if you guys can look, you might need glasses for this. Look at the the one review comment. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a little bit weird. This guy seems a little weird to me. So he didn't like the end result of a $1 sale, and he's just not gonna own it. As of right now, he is still up on Whatnot. So really, Whatnot has gotten one of these taken care of. One was through a refund. Everybody else is still operating. And I'm going to close this out. This is all fraud and scummery, and we're going to do something about backyard breaks here. So, for a long time, I watched them. I definitely cooked Grant for his comments that Whatnot just conveniently forgot about. They rebrand. It was a permanent ban for what he did. And all they did was rebrand his channel to Backyard Buzz. Same guys are there. They went past that, I call it the turtle window. It's a PR strategy. 1 to 2 months, boom, he's back. All positivity. He's watching what he says, although he's slipping here and there. I've been watching him. I want to make sure people don't forget. So he dropped some really stupid knowledge on the hobby that I just eviscerated for fun. Check it out. These are some of the dumbest words I have ever heard in my life.
Cash is dead. Well, let me drop some facts for you. I say cash is dead because if cash sits in your bank account, it is actually depreciating 0.008% every day.
So you took 3% divided by 365, got 0.008, and think that's the answer? Inflation isn't a Netflix subscription that charges you daily. It ain't linear.
Not doing a thing for you. If you were to take that cash and put it into sports cards, then you have appreciation opportunity.
You have depreciation opportunity as well. Grant, would you like to share your losses? Cash actually might be really important for your target audience, which skews a bit younger. Emergency funds are actually very helpful in life.
But when you compare sports cards to any other investment thing on planet Earth, sports cards beats it.
If sports cards beat every investment, firms like Sequoia wouldn't even exist. This is something someone says when they've only experienced one market going up. We get it, Grant. You're a bit young.
Let's compare Nike, a big stock that people consider S&P 500.
Nike is not the S&P 500. It is one stock inside it that's like saying LeBron is the entire NBA.
To Michael Jordan, a sports card player who invests in that stock. Nike over the last 5 years, if you'd have put 10K in it, is down 60%, which means your money didn't work for you. It actually worked against you, and you only have 4K left. If you were to invest in Michael Jordan 2 years ago, I'm not talking 5, you would have gained 128% on that investment.
Oh, cool. Let's compare the worst 5-year run in the history of Nike stock versus a 2-year hype run of Michael Jordan. Totally apples to apples. I mean, I got some Beanie Babies that crushed the S&P in 1998.
Hence, cash is dead.
Yeah, cash is dead until you need to pay taxes, buy something quickly, or survive a downturn.
The S&P 500, they say, is the safest stock there is to invest in the market, right? Who's the safest player right now? Shohei Ohtani? That's what they say. In the last 2 years, if you put any amount of money in the S&P 500, you were up 40%. In the last 2 years, if you put any money into Shohei Ohtani, you're up 460%.
Cool. Now let's talk about like the 1,000+ athletes that did not go up 400+%. What scares me the most is how many people look to this guy for financial advice. You didn't prove sports cards beats investing. You proved you can cherry pick winners after they already ran. You know, I didn't want to pick on him, but this is just bad advice. And I'm just not thrilled with, you know, everybody just views them as revenue stream and money and a way to pump stuff. And I just want to show you that he said something and almost every single thing he said was incorrect and just garbage advice. So that's not fraud. That's not scamming. I'm not hating on the guy. You know, he's an entrepreneur. He made something. He timed something right. He's part owner of the company that's going to do well, continue to do well. They did $300 million in revenue, which is pretty interesting, right? You can imagine what their rake is, their margin, 20-40%. So that company's, they're making money. And I mean, they're a big company. They got 40 people or whatever, 40 plus people, not a ton of owners. So Grant, you know, kudos to him, I guess, for being an entrepreneur. But this crap isn't going to fly with me. Any of this stuff he posts, I'm just going to destroy. Sorry. So hopefully this is fun. I thought I would just take you behind the scenes of like what the dialogue is like with people, how people approach it when I approach them with a video, and then also how Whatnot handles it at the end. I don't know, just kind of interesting. And I'll do these every now and then when I have like 3 or 4 that are really interesting to me. So thanks, everyone.